In this video you're about to see is me getting creative with my dogs. However, that's not really what happened. Originally, you see, they got creative with me. When I'm training my dogs to do something, I watch to see their reactions to things and pay attention to what they are actually creating and telling me. So while I might be starting them out on a specific thing, they might be offering something that I'll think, I'm not going to dissuade them from that particularly. I'm going to keep that right here to pull out later. So what has happened with these dogs, when I was teaching them to do what I call the elephant trick, which is where they put their paws up on an object and twirl around, and I teach them to go back both ways. One of them decided that she wanted to put her back paws on it more so than her front paws. So I named that paddle. So she can actually do the elephant trick basically with her front paws on it and her back paws on it. Now, and that would be Rose. Rose is my red and white border collie. She is 1.5 years old. Now, Gypsy, who I have had for approximately 3 months, a little over 3 months now, she is 1 year old. And when she was being taught the elephant trick, she was determined to get up on top of the bucket with all 4 feet. So I have incorporated that. At first, I did not put a name on that, and I didn't necessarily encourage it. I worked on her elephant trick alone as it was. So the creativity came into about when I was working with the 2 girls together. I thought perhaps this might be the time to go back and bring in what Gypsy really wanted to do, and she'd always try and put up a back paw on that. Regardless, and if you watch her when she does do the elephant trick, she will start trying to bring that one of her back paws up just naturally. So I decided I'm going to work with a group of dogs together eventually, because I do have other dogs that all do at the same time the elephant trick, and both ways and just together all at the same time, synchronized. So I'm trying to get creative by using their creativity, and so now I'm starting to put, I decided to go ahead and put paddle on Gypsy's behavior. So now I've got 2 dogs doing 2 different behaviors on one specific verbal cue. And this is just the beginning of it, so it's not a finished product yet. The finished product is when I can have them actually execute this with my other dogs doing some things on their little platforms that they do their elephant trick on, and at a distance. And this will probably be able to be done on both verbal and by hand cues. Eventually I would like to have it just by hand cues, so that I can have them do that without, at even a longer distance, without having to shout at them or something to do that. So anyway, I hope you enjoy seeing the beginnings of some creativity here. And so it's always nice sometimes, I think, for people to see the beginnings of behaviors instead of always seeing things that are done and polished. It's kind of nice to see that it does take time to achieve these things. So while this is further along than just the beginnings of things, it's still kind of at the beginning of what the eventuality will be of this particular thing I'm working on. So I hope you enjoy our little fun time of training, our Canine Creativity. Ready? Hi! Elephant trick. Good! Come on. Good. And other way. Good. Ready? Come top. Wait.